and get those things out of that freaking line of fire before they have to be restored. And of course, there's going to be a whole lot of hiding of shit that you're going to claim got burned up in the fire, that in the case that the fire does reach the homes, which it will. Which brings me to another point. I want to explain to you how this works. Now, if you've been paying attention, which I'm sure you have, the electromagnetic spectrum of this planet has nothing to do with Jesus or a white man or any of that shit. It has nothing to do with anything except for the fact that it's all coagulation of mental thought, mental energies. Which brings me to the point of letting you know that I am one of the persons on this planet that is a direct recipient of the energy forces that come from the sunlight. Yay for me. As a matter of fact, the other night while I was laying in bed, the sun just walked into my bedroom in complete darkness and jumped in the bed with me and charged me up with a whole bunch of electricity. That it's done many times in my life that I was always afraid of, but now I've gotten to the point where when I see it, I say hello to it, because I'm not afraid of it anymore, because I recognize it now to be a greater emanation of myself. See how that works? Now listen very carefully. The sun has given me a few things to say. Like for instance, the bears that are not really bears are a manifestation of the sunlight disguised as bears, and that's the reason why these bears are not going to follow the regular hibernation patterns of most bears, which means these bears are insomniac bears, that they will not go to sleep like the other bears do. So the hunters that go in the woods probably going to keep having their asses chewed up for a long time. And so you can know, there's going to be deers that's not really deers. And so you can know, there's going to be snakes that's not really snakes. And so you can know, there's going to be people mainly disguised as women that are not really women, which is the best part, because they're going to be out there targeting the rich white males and telling lies on you guys and getting you in trouble with the law as to where you're going to lose millions upon millions of dollars in time and everything like that. Oh, there's more. It will be the attack on the movie sets as to where the cameras won't roll, or your favorite director will not come to work with good attitudes, and your leading actor will suddenly go on a drinking binge that's going to just screw everything up. And yes, there is always the thought of bad weather on top of bad weather. Yes, that's going to be a contributing factor to the decline in the revenues and the profits of a whole lot of movie sets. Which brings me to one more point. There will be boats sinking, killing large amounts of people. Because see, this electromagnetic spectrum that I'm talking about will override the control panels, where the captain or the admiral or the pilot will no longer be in control of things, because they will be controlled by my sister, the green light and the orange light and the sun that we are all looking at right now. Yay! Come on out, let's take a look at you. You can see the X starting to come. Yes, that would be me, the original true X-Man, and loving it. Yes, I am. So I just want to go about pointing out, why is this guy saying all this stuff? I'm going to tell you why. Because I, sir, have the power to speak to the elements and say to the elements, no. See, we will not burn up their houses, because they're going to pay for me to put the fire out. But if they don't, yes, we will pay attention to local celebrities, every place that the fire is, and make sure that we burn everything down to ashes. And even the phoenix bird that tries to rise from the ashes will be burnt. And that is pretty thorough. When you agree? Yes, that's how I get down. So let me go on to say that the boats will be sinking, killing large people, like the ones that crashed into the passenger boat the other day that got mentioned. But me and you both know there's a lot more circumstances of that do not get mentioned to the mass media audience, because usually people to ride on these boats, and if they all know that they're sinking, they won't ride. Oh, brings me to another thing. There will be planes getting shot down by the photon lasers and falling on cities. See, this is how the plan is. They're going to fall in the metropolis areas with people on the plane and the plane falling on people on the ground, mostly in the urban areas that house the very wealthy. Yay, yay, yay for very wealthy, which is the reason why some of us is boo, very poor. So this is war, and I'm glad to be the person that can be the narrator and let you know what my strategic planning is. Because see, you know me because the universe set me in your path so you can see what I was made of. And me and you both know that you were fascinated as well as I was, because I didn't know I had that in me until it started happening on your movie set. And that's when the sun started making me wake up, which it had demonstrated conversation with me before, but I was still stuck from the learnings of your schools, which now I have found them all to be stagnant bullshit and pushed them out the way. And I have activated my Kundalini energy, which is really what I should have done a long time ago, but I didn't know that. So let's get to the point. It says, you and Arnold have mad pull. Now, why is he talking about me and Arnold? Well, because you know why I said that, because you guys really do have mad pull. Even if it's all based on violence and decadence and the misleading of the masses, it still puts you guys in a position where you have influence. So everyone that lives in your community, you, Tom Hanks, and probably Arnold, and probably Steve Martin, I don't know, but I know you guys like to congregate with each other to have support of one another. So those are just a few names I'll throw out there. What I'm saying is, you guys should be serious about wanting to protect your neighborhoods and your communities. This is why I gave you the opportunity to buy the green light. But everyone just felt like, fuck you, Asar. Which was saying, fuck you to the sun. Which is saying, fuck you to the air. Which is saying, fuck you to the trees. And fuck you to the rain. And fuck you to the soil. And fuck you to the whole earth. Which is supplying the bears dwelling to walk around and catch you asses wherever you're at and gobble, gobble, gobble. Like a turkey eating corn, which we both know turkeys love to do. Likewise, so does the grizzly bears and the raccoons and the deers and everything that's going to be at Maya Vale to make sure that a lot of celebrities, wherever they might be, start catching hell. So let's get to the point. Having all this mad pull, it's you that can stop the airplanes from falling from the sky. It's you that can stop yourself from having movie set blues and bad weathers. It's real simple. Some of the wealth should be distributed to the has-nots from the people who has much. See how that works? It's kind of like a celebrity awakening to show you the path to mad charity. Kind of like you had at the movie set when your distributing of the poo-poos was all about with the pretty ladies, with the shorts and the breasts, which were very, very generous and very, very fulfilling at lunchtime. And what is it called? Planet something. Is it Planet Hollywood? Very good food. Very big profit for you, I'm sure. So I'm not picking on you. Actually, this is an opportunity for growth. Because see, all the people who sponsor and produce other people, like you, sponsor and produce people to get rich so you can get rich, guess what? None of that shit would be possible without my mother, whom you're looking at right now. With the orbs involved too, you can see the beautiful colors. Yeah. Can you see those beautiful colors? Yeah, you see that purple one? That would be the goddess Sekhmet. She loves me. She's the one who instructs me what to say. Do you see the one near the tree? Over to your right? That's another little version of her. I have a lot of them. I even have them walking around on the earth, just like me. Yep. This is true. Big time true, as you can see. So, as it can be, so let it be so. Atua ka adi. So listen up. What's gonna happen is we are going to start sharing the wealth. But the firemen are going to have some serious ass job security because it is ready to be so. Has nothing to do with Paul Cameo. That's the name you know me by. Remember, they all used to call me Cameo on the set. If you don't believe me, ask your director what my name was. If you don't remember who he was, I'll tell you. His name was Antoine Fuqua. And he used to call me that guy right there. But he heard everyone calling me Cameo. C-A-M-E-O, which is Cam, like the great civilization that I come from. Kemet, ancient Egypt, where some vagabonds stole all my gold and want me to remain broke, which is not going to happen because I have the light ships and I want my fucking gold back. This is something you should know about because see, the best people to get my gold back from is the people who has the gold. And that would be you, rich, falutin, high caliber Hollywood people. And then if I don't get it from you guys, then I don't know who's left to get it from. So the only alternative is to get it from you guys, or you guys are gonna get it from me, which is the SUN that you're looking at right now. Just want you to know that even if I mysteriously disappear, the sun's still gonna be there in the sky, getting your ass into the same set of disappearance that has thus become my limo ride. That door swings both ways. Feel me? So let's get to it. It's real simple. We are all going to work together to make sure that Asar's family gets their wealth back. Because if we don't, we are all going to be front row seat to a whole lot of fires burning up our shit. Because one house after the other is going to just become smoking smolder. That's all to it. You might as well understand the dynamics. That's the reason they put me here on Earth, so I can translate the plan. And I just did. See how that works? Because there is thieves that have stolen everything from me, and I want mine back. So what we're gonna do now is go up here and see if we can find some UFOs that's going to corroborate my story. You won't believe this, but do you know there's huge birds flying around our planet? I actually got a picture of one yesterday. It looked like a pterodactyl. And I swear to you, I do have a picture of it. Really flying, too big as hell. I couldn't believe it. That damn thing as big as a freaking garage. I ain't lying to you. I actually got a picture of a damn pterodactyl flying through the sky. I brought my camera out here and was taking a picture of the sun, and I just left the shit out here running. I took it in the house looking at it later, and I was like, what the hell is this? It's a big ass pterodactyl. I swear I'm not lying. That's the universe working with me, showing that I'm the sun. I can make anything I want and make it appear in your camera. So I'm just waiting to see what's going to appear today. So I am a very disturbed individual that does not mind setting shit on fire just from thought waves, because from the nothing comes the absolute. But see, when you're wise, you know that the word nothing is only figment of someone's imagination, because there's no such thing as nothing, as everything comes from the universal uterus. So the universal uterus is everything. So with a word like everything, how could a word like nothing exist? It can't. That is the foolish making of the concepts of people who wants to stagnate our minds. Imagine that. So it's real simple. I can speak to the elements and say no, do not burn up their houses. Just like you can speak to the bankers